Get ready for an adventure into the fascinating world of leafcutter ants, nature's tiniest, most impressive farmers. These remarkable insects may be small, but their impact on the rainforest is enormous. They are living proof that even the tiniest creatures can shape entire ecosystems through teamwork, ingenuity, and sheer determination. Unlike most ants that simply scavenge for food, leafcutter ants have developed a unique way of life. They cultivate their own food in massive underground cities, which are some of the most complex animal societies on Earth. These sprawling colonies are hidden just beneath our feet with intricate tunnels and chambers that can stretch for meters. Picture a farmer carrying a leaf 50 times their own weight. Now imagine thousands of them working together. Leafcutter ants have been perfecting their farming techniques for millions of years, long before humans ever planted their first crops. Their strength and coordination are nothing short of astonishing. Day and night you'll see endless trails of these ants marching through the rainforest, each one carrying a bright green leaf fragment high above its head. The sight is mesmerizing, a living conveyor belt of energy and purpose, stretching from the treetops to their hidden homes below. But here's the twist: they don't actually eat the leaves they collect. Instead, they use them as the perfect fertilizer to grow a special fungus deep inside their nests. This fungus is their main food source, and the ants tend to it with the care of expert gardeners, constantly feeding, pruning, and protecting their precious crop. Every ant in the colony, from the mighty queen to the tiniest worker, has a specific job to do. Some cut leaves, others carry them, while still others care for the fungus or defend the nest. It's a perfectly organized society where teamwork and cooperation are the keys to survival. Their nests can grow to the size of a small house, supporting millions of ants in a single colony. These underground fortresses are engineering marvels, with ventilation shafts, waste chambers, and specialized rooms for raising young and growing fungus. Following an ant trail is like entering a hidden metropolis, bustling with activity and built on teamwork and extraordinary gardening skills. Every tunnel and chamber is alive with purpose, and every ant knows its role. Join me as we dive into their world, uncovering the secrets of their underground farms and learning what makes them one of Earth's most successful and fascinating species. Their story is a testament to the power of cooperation and the wonders of the natural world. So, let's explore the incredible world of the leafcutter ant together and discover how these tiny farmers have shaped the rainforest for millions of years. Let's get a closer look at these amazing animals. Leafcutter ants are usually reddish-brown, blending in with the rainforest floor. They have a tough exoskeleton, 6 strong legs, and 2 antennae for sensing their world. Their most striking feature? Powerful jaws like tiny scissors, perfect for slicing leaves. Some, especially soldiers, have sharp spines for extra protection. Not all ants in a colony are the same size. Minims are tiny gardeners, medium workers cut and carry leaves, and big soldiers defend the nest. When you see a trail of leafcutter ants, you're seeing a team of specialists, each adapted for a unique job. The queen is the largest of all, a true giant among her daughters. This diversity lets them divide labor efficiently and thrive in their environment. Evolution has shaped them into the perfect team. It's a beautiful example of nature's design. Here's where things get wild. Leafcutter ants are expert farmers, but their farms aren't fields of corn or wheat. Instead, these tiny insects have mastered the art of cultivating fungus, creating one of the most complex agricultural systems in the animal kingdom. Foragers venture out in long lines, cutting and hauling pieces of leaves many times their own size. But they don't eat these leaves. Instead, every fragment is destined for a much greater purpose: to feed their precious fungus, the heart of their colony. Once inside the nest, smaller worker ants take over. They meticulously clean each leaf, removing dirt, spores, and harmful bacteria. This careful cleaning is crucial, because any contamination could threaten the entire fungus crop. The cleaned leaves are then chewed into a soft, spongy pulp. This isn't just busy work, it's the first step in transforming tough plant material into a perfect fertilizer for their fungus gardens, making the nutrients more accessible. To supercharge the process, the ants add their own droppings, which are packed with special enzymes. These enzymes help break down the tough plant fibers, making it easier for the fungus to grow and thrive. The tiniest ants, called minims, act as dedicated gardeners. They plant new bits of fungus, weed out invading molds, and constantly tend the garden, ensuring the fungus stays healthy and productive. This partnership is a perfect example of symbiosis. The fungus gets a steady supply of food and a safe place to grow, while the ants receive a reliable, nutritious meal in return. Each depends on the other for survival. The cultivated fungus, called Leucoagaricus, is the main food source for most ants in the colony. They rarely eat anything else, relying almost entirely on this crop for their survival. This farming tradition isn't new. Leafcutter ants have been cultivating fungus for millions of years, passing down their precious fungal strains from one generation to the next, ensuring the survival of both species. It's an ancient, essential tradition, one that has shaped the evolution of both the ants and their fungus, creating a bond that's lasted through the ages. Without their fungus, the ants simply couldn't survive. Their entire way of life depends on the success of their gardens. It's farming at its most sophisticated, a miniature agricultural empire, hidden beneath the forest floor run by some of nature's most remarkable farmers. Despite their name, leafcutter ants don't eat leaves, they're true fungus farmers. The leaves are food for their fungus, not for the ants themselves. The ants eat special nutrient-rich swellings called gongulidia, produced by the fungus just for them. Workers harvest these and feed them to the queen and larvae. This efficient system means the colony always has food, even when other animals go hungry. Their unique diet lets them thrive year-round and build massive colonies. The relationship is so specialized that neither the ants nor the fungus can survive without the other. When a new queen starts a colony, she brings a pellet of fungus to plant her first garden. It's a living legacy, passed from mother to daughter. This partnership is the secret to their success. Leafcutter ants are the ultimate fungivores. A leafcutter colony is a superorganism. Millions of ants, each with a job. Foragers cut and carry leaves, soldiers defend, gardeners tend the fungus, and nurses care for the young. Even waste management ants keep the nest clean. Size determines their role: minimums for delicate tasks, mediums for versatility, majors for defense. There's no boss. Ants follow simple rules and communicate with pheromones. A forager marks a trail to food, others follow the scent. This decentralized system is resilient, lose thousands of workers, and the colony keeps going. Only the queen is irreplaceable. It's collective intelligence in action. Every ant's effort adds up to a thriving city. Teamwork is their superpower. At the heart of every colony is the queen, the founder and mother of millions. She is the origin of all life in the nest, the single ant from which an entire civilization will grow. Her presence is vital, and her story is one of survival, endurance, and astonishing productivity. She's a giant among ants, with a massive abdomen designed for laying thousands of eggs every single day. Over her lifetime, which can stretch up to 20 years, she will produce millions of offspring. Her body is built for this purpose. Her size and strength allow her to sustain the colony for decades, making her one of the longest-lived insects on Earth. Surrounding her are the workers, all female, who perform every essential task. They forage for leaves, farm the precious fungus that feeds the colony, defend the nest from invaders, and care for the young. Each worker is specialized, with roles that change as they age, ensuring the colony runs smoothly and efficiently. Males or drones have a singular purpose: to mate. They live only a short time, emerging with wings for the colony's most dramatic event, the nuptial flight. On a humid day when the air is thick and the conditions are just right, new queens and drones take to the sky in a spectacular swarm. Drones mate with the queens mid-air, then quickly die, their role complete. The newly fertilized queens drift back to Earth, searching for a place to begin anew. A new queen must dig a chamber deep in the soil, isolated and vulnerable. She starts her own fungus garden from a tiny piece carried from her birth nest, and raises her first brood of workers alone, relying on stored energy to survive. Most queens never make it. Predators, disease, and harsh conditions claim nearly all. But the rare survivor establishes a new city, laying the foundation for a thriving colony. When her first workers emerge, they take over the chores, caring for the fungus, tending the eggs, and defending the nest, freeing the queen to focus solely on egg-laying, her true calling. From this single ant, a metropolis is born. Tunnels and chambers expand, the population explodes, and the colony becomes a living, breathing superorganism. The cycle continues generation after generation, as new workers replace the old, and the queen's legacy endures. Deep within the nest, the queen remains the colony's beating heart, her presence essential to every ant's survival. Without her, the city fades, and the once bustling metropolis returns to silence, a reminder of the queen's irreplaceable role in the world of ants. Leafcutter ants are true super insects. A worker can carry a leaf 50 times its weight, like a human lifting a truck. Their strength comes from powerful muscles and lightweight bodies. They communicate with pheromones, laying scent trails to food and danger. They also use touch and even make tiny sounds to send alarms. Their nests are engineering marvels. Thousands of chambers, ventilation shafts, nurseries, and rubbish dumps. A colony can excavate over 40,000 kilograms of soil, shaping the rainforest. The queen can live up to 20 years, one of the longest insect lifespans. Their teamwork and skills are straight out of a comic book. Leafcutter ants are nature's ultimate builders and communicators. They're tiny, but their feats are gigantic. Leafcutter ants live in the warm, humid forests of Central and South America. Their prime habitat is the tropical rainforest where food is abundant. From the surface you might see only a few holes, but below lies a vast underground city. A large colony can move up to 40,000 kilograms of soil, aerating and enriching the earth. The nest has specialized chambers, fungus gardens, nurseries, and sealed rubbish dumps. The deep, complex structure protects the colony from predators, floods, and fires. Ants control the nest climate by opening and closing ventilation shafts. Their home is a self-sustaining, perfectly engineered city. It's a fortress and a farm, all in one. The rainforest's hidden architects live right beneath our feet. Leafcutter ants are keystone species, shaping the rainforest ecosystem. They harvest huge amounts of vegetation, stimulating new plant growth. Their nest building aerates soil and brings nutrients to the surface. Old nests become fertile hotspots for new trees and biodiversity. For humans, they're both pests and sources of inspiration. Scientists study their fungus and antibiotics for breakthroughs in biofuels and medicine. Leafcutter ants show us the power of cooperation and the wonders of evolution. They're ancient farmers, architects, and engineers in miniature. Even the smallest creatures can have a massive impact. Protecting them means protecting the rainforest itself.